Iris House is a New York City-based agency that serves women, families, and underserved populations affected by HIV and AIDS and other health disparities. Founded in 1992, the agency has greatly expanded its services while remaining dedicated to its original mission of serving people with HIV and AIDS. Ingrid Floyd is the agency's executive director.
Hi, I'm Ingrid Floyd. I'm the executive director of Iris House. So some of our challenges as an AIDS service organization has been that there is, a perception that AIDS is no longer an issue in our communities. And so because of that, a lot of the funding that was available for AIDS service organizations has been shifted to other services or other programs. And so because of this shift in funding, we don't have enough funding to do the supportive services that we know are important for people who are living with HIV. And so our biggest challenge is to make sure that we have sustainable funding, to make sure that we can sustain the services that we know are critical for helping women and men achieve viral load suppression. So this is our second floor area where we do our community and our client lunch from. So right now is our lunch hour. So we have clients who come in from 12 to 1 and community members that can come in at 1 o'clock and have a free lunch. And this is our way of how do we ensure that clients are getting a nutritious meal, to make sure that they have adequate supply of food. They can also come in twice a month in order to get pantry services. So some of the things that we're doing here at Iris House to meet the challenges that we're facing are to look at how do we diversify our income streams and how do we look at other sources of revenue for the agency. So for instance, we are launching a new pharmacy that will begin on April 1st. And so that pharmacy will help to drive new revenue for the agency, will help to make sure that we have funding to do things that government funding may not allow us to do, and to cover some of our operational costs that we have that we can't fully put onto our grants that we receive.
My name is Linda Malloy. I'm part of Iris House. I'm a Hep C peer educator, also a peer educator, period. I work on the East Side office where I recruit people who are at risk for hepatitis C, also educate them.
So Linda does a great job of trying to make sure that she's out in the community every day. She's able to interact with people, meeting them where they are. So we go out to various venues in the community, grocery stores, on street corners, subways. Our hopes for the agency are just to really think about sustainability and come up with a structure and a model that helps to ensure the agency's future, to help to make sure that we're here and available to offer our services free of charge as we have for over 20 years now. Our vision and our future is to really also make sure that we can bring medical services on site for the organization and have those services available not just for our own clients, but also for people who come to us from the community. Donors, private donors, and foundations are very important in what we do, and primarily because those are often the dollars that are unrestricted. So those are dollars that we can use to help pay the light bill, to help pay our accounting department, our fiscal department. So staff that aren't providing direct service, private donors and foundations help us to be able to make sure that everything else can be covered. And so it really is an important part of what we do as far as our revenue mix, and making sure that we have the right revenue mix to cover our expenses. My message to my fellow CEOs would be, think about sustainability, think about how do you need to change your operating models in order to be sustainable, and think about how do you grow your agency, not just in terms of budget, but also in programs to make sure that the services that you're offering are relevant to your community. I think the thing I would say to our clients is that, Iris House is here for them. So whatever it is that they need, they can come here. This is a place of non-judgment for people who are living with HIV, and we will always be that. Even though we may be broadening our mission, our focus is still always going to be people who are living with HIV.